Hi, I made a video a couple weeks ago that has generated a lot of discussion. I made it in support of the I Need Feminism campaign, which is a campaign that points out everyday sexism in order to change the negative image or the negative connotations associated with feminism. And I think it's a great campaign, so I wanted to contribute to it. So I just had made a list of reasons that I need feminism, which was just a list of things I noticed that were sexist, basically. And I got a lot of comments. The most common comments I received were very angry, very argumentative. Some of them were insulting, although not all of them were. But I think the most common thing that I encountered was a fundamental misunderstanding of what feminism is. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And what I want to talk about is the difference between feminism and misandry, which is, first, what is feminism? Feminism is the idea that women are people, just like men, and that women and men deserve equal opportunities based on their merits rather than what type of genitals they were born with. Misandry, on the other hand, is the hatred of men. It's the idea that women are superior and that we'd all be better off if women were in power and men were subservient. This is not what I believe at all. This seems to be what people think feminism is, or at least what most of my commenters think that feminism is. So I can absolutely see the attitude in some of the comments. If you think that I'm advocating misandry, that you would think that my marriage is going to be in trouble and my son is going to have some psychological issues. Because if this were a household in which men are taught that women are superior, then yeah, those might be the results of that. This is not the type of household I run here, or it's not the type of society I want to be a part of. In a household where misandry was the prevailing attitude, then yeah, sure, you might have boys with psychological problems and girls who have a false sense of entitlement and privilege. So, and I'm not going to say that misandry doesn't exist. I think it's more misogyny, which is men being superior, is far more prevalent. But I know some of the commenters claim that they had encountered people who called themselves feminism, but actually they just wanted to put men down. That's not what I'm about at all, and I don't think that's what feminism is. And it's not the attitude that I find prevalent among the feminists that I've encountered either. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that's not what I'm about. Okay. So I'm not a misandrist, I'm a feminist. I don't want people to go to war for me. I don't believe that anyone should be forced to serve in the army. I don't think your gender should be a factor in child custody arrangements. I don't think your gender should be a factor in any arrangement at all. I like the color pink, obviously, as long as it's not used as a segregation tool in telling children what they can and cannot play with. And this is actually used against boys, in my experience, more often than it's used against girls. Girls are taught to be like, oh yeah, you can play whatever you want, you can play with cars, whatever. Boys are taught, you know, that doll is for girls. So when I say Toys R Us is sectioned into pink and not pink, I'm not meaning that that it's it's not always necessarily the girls that are put down by that, although it could be both, right? I point out unfairness, but I do not feel like a victim, and I don't think women should feel like victims. We have voices. The whole point of the movement is that we're equal in intelligence, in ability. So absolutely do not want anyone to be considered a victim. And lastly, the vast majority of men and women that I encounter in my day-to-day life are kind, well-meaning people. Bye.